take a mega dose of mushrooms, have a couple of Thai sticks laid there on the edge of the couch, and have a 24-ounce Long Island iced tea. You can watch anything.
No, I can't smoke pot during horror movies or really any kind of movies or anything in life anymore. I smoke pot. I think the last time I smoked pot, or maybe the time before, because I think I tried it one more time, I got so paranoid. I was watching a movie called Gray Lady Down. And it wasn't a grandma porno flick, you ass.
No, it sounds familiar, actually.
Doggy style.
It was, yeah. Gray Lady Down.
Guy's growling her. She's having a stroke into a pillow.
It was a Chuck Heston movie. Chuck Heston in a submarine that had a problem, went to the bottom. And I think it was Robert Carradine in the rescue ship, rescue sub, that had a link up to the hatch, and the sub was tipped over to a certain degree, and they couldn't get the hatch thing, and the hull was collapsing. And
did they show, like, that compass thing cracking?
Of course, and the bolts go pew, 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 shoot out of the pipes, and the water leaks out. Every cliche submarine thing. So it's the crew in the submarine, the hull is crushing, they're looking up here, and the creaking. I'm stoned watching this. And for a split second in my head went, wow, that would be really uncool to be in that situation. And it picked up and ran. The anxiety packed that in a little suitcase and took off running. And I couldn't stop it. I freaked out like I felt like I was in a friggin' submarine at the bottom of the ocean.
I'm sober 18 years. You're making me want to get high again. You're having.
Why? You think that was cool?
You took a dog shit movie and got something out of it.
Yeah. Fear. Utter and complete fear.
How great is that?
I know. It was horrible. And it was because I was so stoned, and I used to get paranoid, but usually hanging out with your friends, how paranoid you're going to get. Watching something like that, that was it. I stopped smoking pot.
Weed.
That movie made me stop smoking weed.
Turned a 2-star movie.
Friggin' weed, right. During a crappy movie like that.
Into a 4-star.
It turned it into a 4-star.
The suspense was amazing.
Now, Coke made movies great.
Shot out.
You watched Scarface on Blow? That was great. See, Coke, good for watching movies.
Anthony, someone wants to scold you. Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, what the hell are you watching that movie stoned for anyway? I was 12 when I saw that movie. It scared the crap out of me. I wouldn't even go on a boat. You can't watch a scary movie stoned.
No, some movies you can. I watched American Werewolf in London on mescaline. Me and a couple of friends from work decided to cut out early. We took some mescaline and saw American Werewolf in London. And when he turns into that werewolf, holy Jesus. The effects for the time were really good.
Yeah.
You look back now and it's like, well, CGI would do it 20 times better. But at the time, it was really impressive how he turns into the wolf. And I'm watching this. My jaw was just on the seat. And I'm like, holy shit, this is the most horrific thing I've ever seen. You know, you're on mescaline. You know, your whole mind. And the effects are good for the time, but your mind is also adding in other effects and kind of making it look better than it is.
Filling in the blanks.
Yeah, filling in the blanks.
It always made me laugh, mescaline.
Yeah, well, we were laughing, too. Yeah. Kind of freaked out, though, a little bit, but you were laughing at getting freaked out. Mescaline, very fun drug to take, kids.
Yeah, I remember mescaline. Yeah. I enjoyed that very much.
That's the one. The colors got so bright. I used to work at Chicago Pizza Pub out on Long Island.
On Jericho?
Yeah. It was the deep dish pizza place.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Used to work there
on
about a year and a half on mescaline.
Pizza pies.
All the time.
Look at the pepperoni.
Yeah,
Look at the reds.
Me and like 2, 3 other guys would walk. We'd be like just mescaline, doing mescaline. Walk in, and the French fries were under the heat lamp. I remember these things vividly. The French fries were waiting to go out under the heat lamp. They were glowing a yellow that I have since never seen a color yellow this bright in my life. I was stunned at how brightly yellow the French fries were. That's what mescaline is.
How long is something like... See, I never had the balls to do something like that.
No?
Any of those, like, hallucinogens?
Mescaline lasts you a few hours, quite a few. Probably 8 hours of really feeling it. Yeah.
Not as hallucinogenic, though, as acid. Acid was really scary.
No.
Mescaline was just kind of like, a little...
Colorful.
Yeah.
Get
fun.
A few things waving around. Very giggly.
Giggly.
New kinds of yellow.
Yeah.
New kinds of bright, vibrant yellows.
Discoveries.
That was it. And you'd laugh at anything.
Let's go to Henry.
Hey, man.
Ohio checking in. What's up, Henry?
I'm doing all right. How about you today?
Hi, Henry.
We're having fun.
Yeah, man. I went and saw Jonathan Livingston. He was working at this pizza parlor. Is that
Did the French fries talk to him and tell him not to eat them?
Wow.
Yeah, I was tripping, dude.
Out.
So I took a bite of the French fry.
Do we break that out again?
And it started crying.
We're going to get back to the Runaway Bride story, but do we break out the acid trip?
I think we should.
Right.
I love this. We should leave the mics on, though.
Yeah, of course.
I want to comment over it.
Of course. Bill, have you heard this yet?
No.
It's an old PSA about how you shouldn't do acid, I guess. And this is a hippie chick that's
Where
like...
you going, fan?
Hello, fan.
You gave up on us?
Well, I thought my role was to talk about the Runaway Bride audio, and my role is over for now.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
You're very observant.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Back into the little booth.
He has to leave all awkwardly. He wasn't sure when he could leave.
And he's trying to make it look like now's the time. The Notebook.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, I saw this on the Notebook.
The Notebook.
He's pointing at something on the Notebook like, oh, I forgot to do this.
Yes,
I better get out of here.
I have to go in there and do nothing.
Right.
He knows his role.
All right, hit this, Art.
I first dropped acid when I was 18. I was over at these people's house one night. This guy I went to school with was over there and asked me if I wanted to try some acid. I had read about it in the newspapers and heard a few friends talk about it, so I was curious. I was pretty jacked up on marijuana, so I decided to try it.
This is a PSA, by the way. Yeah. This is some kind of little film they put together that I guess they showed in schools back in the maybe late 60s, early 70s to teach kids about the horrors and dangers of doing drugs. You know, and this girl, who just sounds like she's probably some filthy hippie chick, is conveying one of her experiences.
She has Steve C. diction, though.
Yes, she does.
Perfect diction.
Perfect.
Read about it in the newspapers.
And I dropped it. I don't know what I was waiting for, a flash or a rush or whatever, but I kept sitting there waiting, and nothing was happening. So I got up and then went to the dresser and put on a pair of pink capris and a green and brown blouse.
Hot. Yeah, pink capris.
I didn't hear about underwear.
Getting all dollied up. They didn't wear underwear back then.
Right,
Bill.
The
Jesus.
70s. Big, nasty muff pushing out the front of those capris, I bet.
Let your freak flag fly, bro.
Poking through the zipper.
Hair's just poking through there.
Shaves her awful pussy with a chainsaw. Rotten hippie.
Didn't have weed whackers back then.
Oh.
All right.
I thought the colors were beautiful. So we tripped down to Market Street, and
Of course she did. Now it's kicking in, right?
Good.
The music goes. Now she got dressed. She took it. She figures nothing's happening, but now the music starts.
She's
to
like,
tell
oh well,
you.
that acid's overrated. I might as well go for a walk.
Right.
Put in the Bela Lugosi music.
I put on some Bela Lugosi music and left the house.
She sounds a little like Ed Wood.
Yeah. I like to wear women's clothing. Bella?
Perfect.
You know this voiceover. Perfect. This voiceover is part of her her community service.
Yeah, exactly.
So we tripped down to Market Street, and I decided to buy a hot dog.
Plan 9 from outer space.
I was very hungry, and I had put mustard and ketchup and relish in the usual, and I put the hot dog up to my mouth, and somebody started screaming. I didn't know what was happening, so I looked up at my friend Terry and said, "Did you hear that? Didn't you hear someone scream?" He said no.
Keep sucking.
I got the hot dog up to my mouth again, and I was ready to bite, and the scream got louder. And it hit me. No, it couldn't be. And I looked down at the hot dog, and there was a face on him. Eyes, nose, a mouth. I had put the ketchup to where it looked like his hair. And he started telling me that I couldn't eat him.
No, you can't eat me.
That he had a wife and 7 kids at home to support.
This reminds me of Silence of the Lambs. Whatever became of your hot dog? I ate him.
I ate him.
Why did I stop the whole flow for that? I really thought there was something there, and then as soon as it got quiet, I'm like,
Did your hot dog stop screaming?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, and then I realized, who gives a shit?
I gotta admit, if I listen to this I wouldn't not. I mean, I never did it anyways. But
No.
I was like that nerdy kid, like, you know, when the drug counselor came and everyone laughed at him, but he was thinking, if I can just reach one kid.
You were the one.
I was the dude.
You were the kid.
Yeah, I didn't do drugs until kind of later in age because I was afraid, you know. Stuff like this would scare the Jesus out of me.
And that dude told the story of the lady smoking so much that she started smoking through her neck.
Yeah.
Well, make a fist and try to breathe through it. That's what emphysema is like. And I'm like, wow, I'm never doing that stuff.
You were easy.
I was, yeah. I never did. I mean,
he was the easy guy.
I didn't do the drugs when I was a kid. When you were supposed to do them, you know. I waited till I was like in my 20s and stuff. Because they used to scare me. Stories like this, you're right, would be like, oh, I don't want to have a bad trip. It was always the bad trip that you'd freak out. It would turn into a Dragnet episode where you put the baby in the oven and put the turkey,
rip your eyeballs out.
Yeah, rip your eyeballs out, something like that.
Jump from the roof because you thought you could fly.
I can fly, man. I'm a bird, man.
Angel dust.
Yeah. Sure, it starts off with marijuana. That's a stepping stone to bigger drugs. Then before you know it, you're doing uppers and downers. And then you're putting the baby in the oven. I'm like, I want to put a baby in the oven. I won't do no drugs.
And I stood there with this hot dog and asked Terry, do you know this hot dog is talking to me? And he says, nah, let's get out of here. He thought I was just faking. And I told him, look at the thing. He's got a face. And he's screaming. And the guy finally looked over and he got on the same trip that I was on.
I would smack her in the face. There's our poor pal, probably just trying to have a little fun. Probably just burned his draft card. He's doing a little acid.
He's having a good trip.
He's having a great trip. And this bitch screws it all up with the talking hot dog.
And the guy finally looked over and he got on the same trip that I was on. And we sat there carrying on a conversation with that hot dog. Finally, I decided I was just hallucinating, so I put it in my mouth and bit down. It screamed so loud that you could hear it all over town, so I had to throw it on the ground and step on it. And I was jumping on this hot dog in the middle of Market Street. I realized that I had murdered it. And I took off screaming down the street, scared.
Running, screaming.
Is it any wonder they shot tear gas at those people? Just beat them with clubs?
What a buzzkill, though, man.
Really? Talk about ruining a trip.
Ah.
She murdered the hot dog.
I want to know who did the music. You know, there was some 80-year-old guy. And you hallucinate. He's got a little Casio.
Yeah, we got to make it sound all weird.
That doesn't sound like hallucination. Let me try a few more things here. No, that sounds like a ghost. Damn it.
Screw it. We're pressed for time. Just throw it. Get me the Moog synthesizer. Yeah, that sounded like Yoko Ono.
What, the music?
Yeah, the screaming.
All right, do we play the audio of the fiancé finally?